class. Today I have a presentation about Christopher Columbus and then a fun activity that we're going to do at the end. Today what we're going to be learning about is who Christopher Columbus was and what his contributions were to America, what he did for America. Our expectations today in class are the same as always. When we're going through a presentation, our voice levels should be at a 0. We are expected to raise our hands if we have a question, and we are expected to pay attention and stay focused. Christopher Columbus was born in 1451 in Genoa, Italy. Does anybody know where Italy is, or have you ever been to Italy before? This is a picture of a map of Italy. Down here is Rome, which is a very historical and popular city, but Genoa, where Christopher Columbus was born, is up towards the north of Italy. So this is where Genoa is. That's where he was born. Italy, these are some things about it. This is spaghetti and meatballs. That's some Italian food. This is a man in a gondola. A gondola is a boat that you stand in a row and you can go through the different rivers and water channels. This is the Colosseum, which is in Rome, which, is down here, a very popular city. That's where the Colosseum is. And these are the colors of the Italian flag: red, white, and green. When Christopher Columbus grew up, he wanted to sail west across the ocean to find India, as well as rubies, silver, and gold. So he wanted to kind of go on a treasure hunt to find these different goods like gold and silver, but he also wanted to find the country of India. He was going to explore. This right here is a compass, and it gives us our different directions. So earlier when I said Christopher Columbus was born in north of Italy, that means he was born towards the north. But when he went exploring, he sailed west, so he went in this direction, and he was looking for different things like silver and gold. He was going to look for India. That's where he was going to explore, and these are some things of India. This is an outline of the shape of India. This is the Indian flag, different colors than Italy. This is orange, white, and green, and this is what a plate of food would look like from India. Christopher and his men left with 3 different ships. They each had different names, and their names were the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Columbus and his crew set sail on August 3rd of 1492. So on August 3rd of 1492, that's when him and all his men left and started to sail west across the ocean. Columbus and his men were sailing the ocean blue for over 2 years. So most of y'all are 6 to 7 years old, right? So he was on his boat and in the ocean for over 2 whole years trying to find India and trying to find the gold and silver. At the end of the 2 years, they landed in the Bahamas on October 12th of 1494. So did he land in India? No, he landed in the Bahamas. And in a second, I'll show you a map, and we'll be able to see where India is and where the Bahamas are, so we can see his route. The Bahamas, this is a map of the Bahamas. It's a bunch of little islands close to Central America. Has anyone been to the Bahamas, or has their family been to the Bahamas before? It's a lot of beaches. It's more tropical, if anyone has been to a beach before. This is what the flag of the Bahamas looks like. So again, these are different colors: blue, yellow, blue again. And can anyone tell me what the shape kind of looks like? It's a little funky because it looks like the wind is moving, but that is a black triangle. So they have different shapes on their flags. Once he landed in the Bahamas, Columbus and his men did not find India. So no, they did not land in India. They landed in the Bahamas, right? And they also didn't find the treasure they were looking for. So I guess his treasure hunt didn't really work out well because he didn't find his gold and silver. But instead, they found a whole new world, the Americas. So before he had left, nobody knew that this whole area of the world was even there. No one knew that North America or South America were even there. This is a picture of the map, and it kind of shows you what route he went on. So he left Italy and sailed across the ocean. So this took him 2 whole years, and he ended up in the Bahamas, which is down here, if you can see. So now I have an activity for everybody to do. I want you to draw a picture. I'm going to hand you this worksheet, and on the back of it, I want you to draw your own picture of a ship, your own ship, and I want you to name it. So you can give your ship its own name. Does anyone remember what Christopher Columbus's ships were named? Let me see if I can go back. He had 3 different ships, and he named them the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. So he gave his boats different names, and I want you to come up with your own. And then once you're done with that, I want you to flip to the other side of the worksheet and write where you'd like to sail to. And it can be anywhere in the world, and I want you to write where you want to go and why. So give me a reason why you want to visit and explore that place. If you don't feel as though you can write out where you want to go and why, you can go to the globe and show me on the globe where you want to go. And just point to it and tell me why you want to go there again. Make sure you tell me why. This is an example of mine. If you can see, I drew a picture of my boat. You can draw it however you want, but it needs to be colored. You can use whatever materials we have. And then this is what I wrote about it. I said, this is my ship, the Rubber Ducky. So I named mine the Rubber Ducky, but you can name yours whatever you want. I'm going to sail the ship to Hawaii. So I talked about where I want to go, and I said Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii because I want to visit the beaches. So I drew my picture, I gave my boat a name, I said where I want to go, and I said why. So make sure you include all of those 4 things. Once you are finished, you go through that checklist again and make sure your picture is colored, make sure it's neat, make sure your name is on the front and back of the paper, and you can bring it to me when you're done.